of a flag.
I call Dr Kennedy Graham.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. With this third reading, we, the representatives of the New Zealand people, have delivered ourselves of our collective wisdom on the issue of the New Zealand flag debate. We are about to conclude our part of the exercise. We have been voting and will no doubt vote again today, perhaps by 63 to 58, to proceed with the two referendums on the basis of the piece of legislation that is in front of us. We have expended a quantum of hot air on this issue on both sides, on behalf of the people we represent. The 63 members about to support the legislation have argued that the original idea was a good one, that the dual process for the national decision is appropriate, that the cross-party panel is legitimately empowered to decide the four options, and that the expenditure is worthwhile. The 58 members about to oppose the legislation have argued different things. New Zealand First opposes the fundamental idea of any change to the New Zealand flag. The people should not be offered a choice. Labor supported the idea of potential change, but while many among them cheerfully indicated they would support a new flag, they reject the process and propose a different one. Individual members of that party have felt the need to convey to the public their personal views. We in the Green Party maintain that changing the flag is in itself an insufficiently important constitutional thing to be pursued by itself alone. It is, we have said, essentially a matter of optics, and not worth proceeding with unless it were accompanied by other far-reaching constitutional reform. In the first reading, I identified the inconsistencies on the part of the Prime Minister, as we saw it, in personally proposing the process for a change of flag. He claimed there was a mandate for change, offered an unsolicited personal view in favour of change, then acknowledged there was a need for a public debate and that there was no presumption of change. So the public could be forgiven for being a trifle confused. With all of this flying around on both sides of the debate, Mr Speaker, it is no surprise that party politics has subsumed the substantive issue of the debate. Following the Canadians half a century later and altering, should we decide as a people to do so, the emblem of who we are and what we stand for. Meanwhile, the panel has worked with professionalism and the designers have worked with creativity and passion. We have some 40 options and will soon have just 4 from which to choose. And I believe the panel will make an informed judgment as to the final 4. It remains then simply for the people to speak. And having spoken, by definition infallibly, we can move on to the truly important constitutional issues confronting the realm of New Zealand that continue to cry out for attention.
Mr Speaker.
I call Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you.